Well, hello there, brothers and sisters of WoT Blitz Universe. You're watching WoT Blitz Addict again. Welcome back to the channel. And we had a review of T28 Proto earlier on, like a few days ago. And now I'm gonna show you the mastery that I did in my T28 Proto. And it was in the early stage when I was playing this tank and I was still learning its playstyle. But yeah, this, as I told you in the review, this tank can be effective as a heavy tank. Lumbering and slow heavy tank, but still, I don't really like to treat it especially like a TD. Maybe not like a frontline heavy, but it can be a frontline heavy. If you want to use it as a frontline heavy, then you can do it. Basically, you can stay back, you can kind of snipe with it. The gun is good enough to do it, and at the same time you have the armor profile that is quite hard to penetrate for the heavy tanks, and especially for the mediums. And if you use your gun depression and you use your frontal armor, because you don't have armor on your sides and at your back, you have the armor on your front. And this frontal armor, as you can see, can produce a lot of bounces, basically, because medium tanks have a really hard time penning you. As long as you keep moving, it's not going to be easy for them to pen you. And as you can see, you can snapshot. I was just driving at full speed, which is not epic, but yeah, but still the gun can do well. The gun handling in the on the move and during rotation isn't that bad. As you can see, we are traversing the tank, traversing the turret, and still we were able to do a little snapshot here. And maybe it's not spectacular, but in a mid-range, in a close range, this tank can really be effective. And as a sniper, it can also be effective. So that's a great thing about the tank itself, because I probably mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned the playstyle of it, so I will do it here simply. But if you like slow tanks, if you don't mind having a slow tank, then I think you would appreciate this tank. And if you used to more mobile tanks, then it's gonna be a horror for you. And it was kind of a horror for me. That's why I really prefer Chimera over Object, because of the mobility. Of course, the Object isn't that bad mobility wise, but it's still not as good as the medium tank. And when you look at the Proto and Defender, let's say the Defender has better armor, better frontal armor. It has a clipper, 3 shots, 400 shots, plus it's more mobile, and that's kind of what makes the T28 Defender better, way better than this tank. But you saw in the game when I did a review that we were playing with my amigo in the T28 Proto, in the T28 Defender, and I was still able to do better than him. But it depends also on positioning. If you position yourself in a good way, in a good position, and you know what you're doing, as you can see, we're trying to get those shots, those little bits where we can penetrate, just to clear them out. And yeah, the mobility, as you can see, isn't great, but it's enough to make you go around and do some good stuff. Because in this game we weren't able to go far away from the spawn, as you can see, but still we had shots, we were effective. And we're gonna keep it right here, and thanks to my teammate here, we were able to lock him in place, this glacial, because the glacial armor is quite good. I'm using, as you can see, I'm using APCR just to guarantee the pen. But it was really a nice little battle, and I really wasn't expecting an ace. Seriously, when I was playing, I wasn't expecting an ace. But here we have it: 4 kills, 4,700 damage, ace tanker, top gun, high caliber. and those kind of sharpshooter, I don't miss many shots. Top damage, as you can see, nice XP, and well, here you have it. So that's all for this episode, boys and girls. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. If you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel, cause you're subscribing every day and it's great and feels really great to have you all on board. You can also join my Discord, the link is in the description below. Follow me on Facebook, there's also a link. Take care, bye bye, and catch you all on the battlefield.